Hey guys, it's your girl Tariq Crush back with another review, and this time it is for Our Kind of People on Fox and Hulu. Our Kind of People on Fox and Hulu, Hulu. Okay, if you haven't, please hit my subscribe button. It's down there somewhere. Thank you so much. And if you don't, just thank you for watching. I appreciate you just for tuning in. Okay, so this episode was pretty cool. A little slower paced than the first two episodes, but I'm happy with that because I could follow along a little bit better. Not at all mad at that at all. It opens up to them having fun, getting ready for the Juneteenth celebration. The celebration in that town is red and black on the green, because you know those are the African colors, red, black, and green. So pretty cool. But it's being thrown by the Franklin, so they're not really invited. So, you know, Angela's planning to crash the party. And we see her actually present her business plan to the incubator committee. Now, it was actually Leah's husband that invited her. It wasn't Leah. So she really didn't appreciate her husband doing that, but he sees something in Angela that he feels like is good for the program. And so he invited her, and she was quickly rejected by Leah because Leah wants to take her mother off of the bottle and, you know, change the packaging. And mind you, her mother was darker complected. And, you know, I think it's because of they want to be appealing to others and inclusive. And I'm thinking that the products are probably more for black hair, but I don't know. It's probably for everybody because if it's made of natural ingredients, I'm sure everybody can, you know, actually gain from her products. She got me wanting to buy some. Everybody got some. I'm like, well, I want some Eve's cream on my cream. But she made me mad because she straight up made my husband cheat on me. Did y'all see her kiss Lens? There it is. I don't like it at all. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I feel like she was being extra. She definitely came on to him because he did not kiss her. She kissed him. But still he let it happen. So I don't know how I'm going to... I'm so sorry. But that man is fine. He is so fine. Okay, so they kissed and it was cute or whatever. She kept it cute. And I'm not going to give them too much more shame because, again, she made him cheat on me, and I don't like it. We did see Taylor admit that she was not thrown over by Lauren. She was just mad at Lauren while she was in the hospital, and that's the best she could do. Now, we don't hear about Taylor getting, you know, charges filed against her for filing a false police report now, do we? That's wrong. That's just wrong, but, you know, it happened. So Lauren got the charges dropped on her, which was good because she was not guilty. Let's see. And then while they were at the red and black on the green, Leah them busted out that Angela is her bastard sister. Bastard sister, you say? Yeah, she called her a bastard. I was like, ooh, them are strong words. And, you know, it was weird because she called her that because her mother, Leah's mother, did not recognize her and actually thought Angela was her daughter. And I'm thinking it's because Angela looks a little younger. Maybe she looked a little more like what Leah looked at a younger age, but her mom was like, you are not my daughter. That's my daughter right there. And so Leah was really mad. She's like, that's not your daughter. That's the bastard that your husband had on you. I was like, dang, talk about low blows. It wasn't very nice now, was it? And then she walked over to when Angela looked like she was trying to exit because she didn't crash the party anyway because the mother was like, well, why is she here to embarrass me? Girl, don't nobody know who she is until your daughter just said something. Calm down. Little dementia. No, I'm so wrong. I'm sorry. But, you know, it is what it is. So, you know, Leah walks over to Angela like, oh, no, you're not leaving for this. You're going to stay for this. And I'm like, it ain't her bad. She was in her daddy's nutsack. And then, you know, a sperm, you know, got out and got into the egg and created her. She has nothing to do with that. She has nothing to be ashamed of. So that whole point right there, no, you should have been in your daddy's face. She ain't got nothing to be ashamed of, period. So that's just that on that. And, you know, the blogs had already started on them because, you know, they're a prominent family. And, you know, you have a big scene like that with cameras involved, it's definitely going to hit the blogs. And so Angela was quick thinking. She was like, you know what? It's out there now. We might as well appear as a united front because that'll make them stop. They're only going to talk because they feel like we're not united. And Leah kind of looked and Teddy was like, and, you know, they did it. And so they went out there and presented themselves as a united front. And, you know, I think it worked. But, you know, Angela, she's a very smart and cunning girl. She decides that while they're up there as a united front, she ought to just seize the moment. And so when she walked over to the mic, I said, oh, Lord, what is she about to do? And she done told these people that they done put her in the incubator program, even though she knows that Leah did not want her in it. She done told these people, they done clapped. So now she has to go in the program, right? Now, let me just say something, because earlier in the episode, we did see Leah show up at Angela's house. And she was basically coming to check her to see what was really going on. Like, why are you here? Like, my dad done already told me you my sister or whatever, so you can't hold that over his head. So what do you want? She was like, I don't want anything. And she does. She wants to avenge her mother. She wants her mother's good name cleared is what she wants. And Leah tried to pay her off. She wrote a check and she was like, this is going to pay off them 4 credit cards. This is going to pay off them out of date student loans from Howard. She basically was trying to pay her enough to pay off her debt and enough to get out of town and leave forever. And she was like, no. And she wouldn't take the check. Now, here's my thing. She came with a checkbook. She didn't come with no NDA. She didn't come with no contract. She didn't come with nothing but a checkbook. Oh, I'm taking the check. I'm taking the check, but I ain't going nowhere. You should have thought about that before you wrote me a check. So I thought that was pretty foolish of her to hand her the check back knowing she ain't had no money. Like, what was you thinking? Doesn't even make sense. Okay, so we also saw Tariq with his, fine self. But he did a little punk move tonight because he's renovating Angela's house and everything. So he set up the alarm systems and everything like that. She wanted it done right because she wanted to feel secure. Well, this man had turned around and gave Teddy her doggone code. Now, how's she supposed to feel secure if you done gave her daddy, her estranged daddy that don't like her and don't want her around? You done gave him the code to her house. Like, how into her are you? And, like, how's that dynamic going to happen? Like, what's going to happen with that? Because he basically looks at them like family, and they look at him like family. But clearly, when he made the statement about he shouldn't have ever gotten involved with the help, and then Tyrique was like, well, my daddy was the help, and we was the help. What's that mean? And he was like, well, I didn't mean to offend. Well, you did. And, he just dangled, a contract in front of him to get him to, to smooth things out. Basically, come and pitch your ideas for the new construction. And I'd love to hear where you are. And he gets all happy and forgets all about that he just backstabbed Angela and, just got insulted by Teddy. And like I said, Teddy talked to his doctor and realized that he just might have Parkinson's because he got the tremors going. And I know Leah saw that. So I want to see what's going to happen, how she's going to play on that, because Teddy is a nasty, nasty boy. He would not give her husband his business back, even though he knows that he's just about done paying for the bailout. He going to lock him out of the book so he can't see, which is basically what, if a slave back in the day wanted to work their way out of slavery, then, they would basically cut down the wages, cut it down so low to where they could stretch out the time that the slave had to stay. And it's like, that's what he tried to do by blocking him out of the books. He can't see what's being paid, what's being made, and he won't let him back in. And I think that's just dirty, dirty, dirty. But that's Teddy for you. I think they want him to be, I think they want him to appear that way. But he kind of got sensitive with Angela just a little bit. I don't know if that was him playing, but I kind of get the feeling that he loved her mother. I have a feeling he actually loved Eve, and she may have been the only woman that he loved. And he made a mention of Leah's mother being weak. And so she had to go. A weakness has to go. And maybe he sees falling in love as a weakness. And maybe that's why he couldn't be with Eve. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. But I kind of got the feeling that Eve was the love of his life. And he just didn't know how to be weak for her. I don't know. But that's about all to that episode that I'm going to discuss. If y'all want to discuss anything else, leave it in the comments. If you have a question about anything that I said, leave that in the comments as well. I thank you all for watching. That is my $5.02. Peace.